Welcome back to Algebra 1. We are doing, erase too much, we're doing chapter 6, section 7. And this is continuing sort of our statistics part. And this is another way of showing data called box and whiskers, right? So this is a little more statistics thing. It was sort of like our stem and leaves, and this one is called box and whiskers, which is kind of fun. It makes me think of a kitty cat. All right, so here is some data, the red numbers that I have. And if I want to make a box and whiskers plot of it, step one is I put it in order from least to greatest. So that's what I went ahead and did, so you didn't have to sit there watching me write on the board. Now, what are these green lines? The next thing you do is you figure out where it would cut in half. And where it cuts in half is here, because there's 6 on this side and 6 on that side. Because it's an even number. If it was an odd number, you would just circle that number that's in the middle. Okay? And then you take this half of the data and you cut it in half again. And once again, that green line has to do with the fact that it's an even number, 3 on each side, and this is also even, 3 on each side. So once you draw those lines, what you figure out are the middles, the middle of the whole thing, and then the middle of this, the bottom half, and the middle of the top half. I'll tell you what they're called in a second. Then you want to figure out what is the middle of the middle. What is this line? So how we do this is we average, if it's even, we average the 2 on each side. So 9 plus 11 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 12 plus 16, half in the middle of that is 14. 19 and 25, half in the middle is 22. So you have to find the middle, and then the middle of each of those two. Either it's an odd number and you just circle it, or if it's an even one, you have to average the 1 on each side of the line. Okay? So mine were even. Now then, it's actually easier if they're odd, because you just circle them. You don't have to do the average. The next thing you do is you plot on a number line the lowest number and these numbers and the highest number. Okay? So I put a dot at 5 and I draw a line and draw another dot. I put a dot at 10 and draw a line and put another dot. I put a dot at 14, draw a line and put another dot. Draw a dot at 22, draw a line and put another dot. You see how these are going. And then the last one, I put a dot at 34, draw a line and put another dot. Now these numbers right here have a special name, okay? And it comes from the word quarter. It's like if you divide this up, this is the first quarter, like that. And so this point sort of marks where the quarter is. So the word is quartile. This is the first quartile, this is the second quartile, and that one's the third quartile. This is the minimum, that one's the maximum. All these words are in your book and they show you what they are. Minimum, first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, maximum. We put them on our number line, drew numbers down to them. Okay? The next thing you do is you draw a line from the minimum to the next dot and the maximum to the next dot down. Those are the whiskers. Then you draw a box around the rest of it, and that is the box. Now, why in the world do we want to draw our data into box and whiskers? This is why. It is very quick. Graphically, we can see what's the minimum, what's the maximum, and this box is 50% of all the data goes in that box. So we can see what most things are, the minimum, the maximum, very easily. Now this is one version of the test I give, so I wanted to make sure to say it. Sometimes whiskers are missing. Imagine if all of these were 19. So we would have ended up with 19 repeating a lot. We would have ended up where the maximum and the box ended at the same place, and the whisker is gone because it's right there. So don't let that fool you if you ever get one with a whisker missing. It comes from the last quartile or the first quartile being all repeats of the first or the third quartile. Okay? It'll make more sense when you do it. Study the examples in the book, do it, work neatly. It's interesting and it's part of statistics. And if you like statistics, like, you can get a really good job being a math statistics person. There's a lot of jobs out there for that. So it's a career. You can do this for a career. Maybe not exactly making box and whisker plots, but something similar. All right? That's it for chapter 6. See you for chapter 7. Math is great.